The Amazon KDP algorithm. One of the most unknown secrets about KDP until today. Because in this video, I'm going to show you 7 things that can affect and manipulate the Amazon KDP algorithm directly to help you to increase your sales, the amount of royalties, and the performance of your whole KDP business. Hi, my name is Matthew. Welcome to my channel where I talk about Amazon KDP, self-publishing, and building passive income streams. So if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any future video. Of course, there is no official statement from Amazon how the KDP algorithm works. But if you watch the market carefully, try different things, watch sales histories, and the evolution of the whole market, you can see different things that affect the KDP algorithm directly and increase the performance of your books. So as I mentioned, I have 7 things in this video how you can affect the Amazon KDP algorithm directly. The first point, the first thing is the honeymoon phase. I think you already know if you are publishing a book in a special niche, KDP gives you a 4 to 6 weeks honeymoon phase. In this honeymoon phase, the KDP algorithm prefers your new book over the books of your competitors. So you will rank higher than your competitors and your book will show more frequently compared to the competition. The background of the honeymoon phase is that KDP doesn't know already if your book is good or bad, how your book will work for Amazon, for this niche, and on the whole market. So in this honeymoon phase, the KDP algorithm watch very carefully how your book performs during this time period. And this is the first thing how you can affect the algorithm directly. In this phase, there are a few things you can do to increase the performance of your book, manipulate the algorithm so that Amazon KDP thinks or sees that your book is working. The first thing is get reviews on your book. If you get good reviews on your book, 4 stars or 5 stars, the KDP algorithm notices this fact and sees that your book is working on the special niche. So the algorithm will rank your book higher and higher and increase the visibility of your book and shows the book to different types of customers. The next thing, get sales on your book. It doesn't matter if your friend buys your book, an unknown person buys your book, you need to get sales so that the Amazon KDP algorithm sees again that your book is working for this niche. The second thing or the second aspect are keywords. In the past, the KDP algorithm ranked those books the highest who had the most relevant keywords in the title, in the backend, and in the product description. But this was the past. Now the algorithm changed. It doesn't matter how many relevant keywords are in your listing. Now the most important thing to the algorithm is how many sales are you making with your book on different keywords. For example, you have a book about low carb cooking and you are using low carb cooking 10 times as a keyword in your listing. You are making with your book 10 sales per month. The competitor in your niche has the same book concept like you, uses the phrase low carb cooking only 1 time in his title, but makes 100 sales per month. This shows the Amazon algorithm that the book of your competitor is way more lucrative to Amazon. The KDP algorithm will prefer this book over yours and will rank this book higher than yours. So don't do keyword stuffing like in the title or in the backend or in the description. Be clear in, for example, the title and make a good amount of sales on at least 1 or 2 main keywords. Because the KDP algorithm now is watching on performance and not on keywords. So the third point is roundabout key performance indicators. Of course, the KDP algorithm needs different types of data to value your book. The higher and better those key performance indicators are, the better the KDP algorithm ranks your book for different types of niches and keywords. The first key performance indicator is, of course, the amount of sales your book is making during, for example, a month. The goal of Amazon is to make the most amount of money with the books selling on their platform. This is very obvious, but can affect KDP algorithm directly. So let me show you real quick an example of the KDP algorithm and the key performance indicator of sales. As you can see, I am on the American marketplace, Amazon.com. I typed in the category books, low carb. There's a perfect example why the KDP algorithm prefers books that make a good amount of money and have a good overall performance. As you can see, the first book in this niche is this book with a sales rank of 54,000. If we are typing in this BSR in a sales calculator, we can see this book sells 6 times a day. If we scroll down a little bit in this niche, we can see this low carb book with a BSR of 35,000. So the BSR is lower. That means that there are more sales on this book during a day and during a month. If we calculate the amount of sales of this book, we can see this book makes around about 8 sales a day, 240 sales a month. So the important question, why is this book ranking lower than the other book with a higher BSR? It makes no sense. But I show you one thing in this example why the key performance indicator sales is so important. You can see that the first book is selling with a price of normally $25. So this means $25 with 6 sales a day earns Amazon $150 a single day, and during a month $4,500. Okay, so keep this amount of money in your head, because now we compare this key performance indicator with the competitor with a lower BSR. As you can see, this book has a BSR of 35,000. This means 8 sales a day, 240 sales a month. But this book is only selling for $16.99, so $17. Keep in mind, the number one book in this niche is making $4,500 a month. The book with the lower BSR is making, with 240 sales a month, only $3,840 for Amazon. So of course Amazon sees this book with $25 makes me more profit than a competitor with only $3,800. So the key performance indicator of sales is higher of the number one book compared to the third book in this niche. Of course, Amazon wants to make the most amount of money and will prefer the book that makes the most amount of money to Amazon. The second very important key performance indicator is CTR, or click-through rate. So I have this little definition for you so that you can understand what the click-through rate is and how you can use this performance indicator to optimize your book and affect the KDP algorithm directly in a positive way. So the click-through rate means it measures proportion of individuals to see an online advertisement, or in this case your book, and click on it. Okay, so we are looking at this niche right now. So this is one impression. Okay, during a day there are, for example, 100,000 people who are seeing this book, and it doesn't matter if the book is showing directly into their faces, or if the book is in an advertising campaign in the right-hand corner, for example. Every time this book shows up to the customer, it counts as an impression. And now the CTR, the click-through rate, measures how many people are clicking on the product compared to the complete amount of impressions. So for example, 100,000 people seeing this book on Amazon and 100 people are clicking on this book. In this example, we have a click-through rate, a CTR of 1%. The higher your CTR or the CTR of your book is, the more the KDP algorithm will prefer your books compared to the competition. If you are increasing the click-through rate, you can affect the Amazon KDP algorithm directly and helps you to increase the visibility of your book. Now a very important question, how can you increase your CTR? Always keep in mind, the first thing a customer sees is the cover of your book, the price of your book, the amount of reviews on your book, the review count of your book, and the title. So you have to optimize those things, make a good price, make a very good and interesting cover, make a very, very interesting title, and look that you have at least 10 to 20 reviews on your book with 4 or 5 stars. Because every time you optimize one of those things, the CTR will increase because the book is more interesting to the customer, and the more the CTR increases, the more you affect the KDP algorithm in a positive way, and KDP will prefer your book compared to your competitors. The third and last key performance indicator is the conversion rate. So the conversion rate describes the relationship between visits or clicks on, for example, a website, or in this case of your book, compared to the conversions. So in our case, a conversion means a sale. Okay, this is very important to know, because if you have a bad conversion rate, the Amazon algorithm will prefer always the books of the competition with a higher conversion rate. This makes sense because Amazon wants to earn the most amount of money. And the more people, visitors or customers are clicking on a book and buying a book, this fact helps Amazon to earn money. Again, we are at Amazon.com in this low-carb cooking niche. We are a customer and now clicking on this book. And now you as a self-publisher have to convince and satisfy your customer with, for example, the price, the title, whatsoever, and most important, the book description. So this, and with A+ content. For example, this. Okay, these are the things in your listing that convince the customer to sell your book or your product. If your listing is not optimized, not very good, and for example, you have a good cover, you have a good title, the persons or the people are clicking on your product, but are not buying the product. This means during this journey, you are losing your potential customer because of a bad book description, of a bad or not existent A+ content, and the potential customer will not buy your product. So this means you want to make sure to increase your conversion rate with a good book description, with good A+ content, with good and honest reviews, and then convince the customer to buy your product. So after the 3 most important key performance indicators, we will continue with the last point, how you can affect the KDP algorithm directly and in a positive way. It's advertising. The goal of advertising is, of course, to get impressions and get in the front of your potential customer. I'm sure you already know that it doesn't matter in what niche you are going to publish a book. Every niche has good amount of books, with a good amount of reviews, a good sales history, low BSRs, good titles and good covers. So you need something, you need a tool to get in the front of your potential customer and to increase your visibility of your book. And the only way how you can do that is with Amazon advertising. If you are having a hard time with advertising and struggling with creating campaigns and ads, you can see one of my advertising videos in the right hand corner where I talked about all the basics, all the metrics, all the definitions that you have to know. And if you have a closer look on my YouTube channel, you can see a whole Amazon KDP advertising series where I explain everything in a detailed way round about Amazon KDP advertising. So with Amazon ads, you can increase the amount of customers that are seeing your book. You increase the amount of impressions on your book. And in this case, you increase the visibility, you increase the potential click-through rate and your conversion rate. So with advertising, you can affect the key performance indicators like sales, CR and CTR directly and show the Amazon KDP algorithm that your book is relevant. And this is like a snowball. You're increasing your key performance indicators. The Amazon KDP algorithm sees that your book is working for a special niche. It will rank you higher, shows your book more customers. Again, the CTR, the conversion rate, the click-through rate and the sales increase. And this is like a circle. It works again, again and again. So with advertising, you can affect KDP algorithm directly and hopefully in a positive way for your KDP business. So now we are at the end of this video. I hope with the 7 points you can understand a little bit more how the KDP algorithm works and how you can affect the algorithm directly and in a positive way. If you want to learn everything round about Amazon KDP, building your first online business, building a passive income stream with selling products online through Amazon KDP, feel free to subscribe to the channel, watch all the videos so that you can hopefully start today or in the next year with your own Amazon KDP business. There's nothing more about to say. I wish you a very good day and we will see us in the next video.